Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Kevin behind the bench. Shout out to everyone out there in social media world. Hope y'all blessed. And shout out to the other gentlemen in the group. Shad, JB, Jermaine. Check out their videos and hope you like, subscribe, and as we try to move forward and grow the channel. All right, I want to talk about the situation. Kevin Garnett. He was on Stephen A. Smith's podcast or show or whatever. I don't know. I don't really watch it like that. But I did see the clip on Twitter where he's talking to Stephen A. Smith, and I guess he's telling him that, first off, he said something about LeBron. It's disrespectful to have him at number 2 all time. And then he said that Magic and Birds in the past, and you stop living in the past or whatever, and we need to enjoy this new era, and greatness is right in front of us and stuff like that. Well, I don't really speak on LeBron like that, but I have to speak on this video. First off, man, I don't know when KG became a big LeBron guy or whatever, but that's how you have him ranked. That's his business. But the LeBron media and LeBron fans, hey man, y'all have to get over it. Everybody don't think as highly of dude like y'all do. Okay, so Stephen A. Smith feel like he number 2 all time, then that's his opinion. If somebody have him in top 5, the bottom half of the top 10, that's their opinion. Or if they don't have him top 10, like me, that's my opinion. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not asking you to agree or disagree. It's just my opinion. It's just how I think of dude, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know when this whole narrative started where everybody have to agree and feel like how y'all feel. If you like dude, you had him ranked high all the time, watch him, enjoy him his last few years of his career, and go on about your business and leave people alone. You know what I'm saying? All right. Also, this thing about living in the past with Magic and Bird and stuff like that, and Jordan. Well, we wouldn't have to talk about the past if the players today would uphold the standard that those guys back then raised the game up to. They rose the game up to a high standard. So fans like myself and others that grew up watching them, and we saw them play at a high level and they took the game serious, we want the level of the game to be that high. And it's not. The quality of the basketball is not good. You can talk about all the skills and who can shoot this and how many threes and dribbling this or whatever. Who cares if the quality of the play is bad? You know, those guys set the standard so high that fans like myself and others, we want the game to continue at that high level. We're not going to accept mediocrity. And see, what has happened is the fans nowadays and the media nowadays, they have the bar set so low that, you know, it's cool just to go out and stat pad. It's cool to go out there and lose as long as you put up your stats. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to lose in the finals all these times. And, well, you know, I did my part. My stats this, my stats that. You know what I'm saying? No. The reason why we keep bringing up them because it was about winning. You know, they cared about the fans. They cared about the game. They cared about promoting the game. That's the reason why they went out and they played every night. And they played hard every night because they knew, they understood that they were promoting the league and elevating the league. In order for the league to move forward, they have to promote their product by being out there and playing, not load management. You know, you can't get these guys nowadays to have play. It's a back-to-back. They start crying about, you know, they tired. You know, we got guys like Steph Curry, while I am a fan, the last few years, you know, he started sitting out games. I remember last year or the year before, He played a game in New York. Then they had a back-to-back in Cleveland. He sat out. Then there was a young fan that drove like 900,000 miles or whatever, about 800 miles or whatever, to come see him play because the Warriors only come to Cleveland once a year, and Steph Curry don't play. Those guys back then, they didn't do that. It was about winning. Winning was all that mattered. Losing was unacceptable. Showing up to work, playing hard every day, and winning. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the women. It wasn't about the stats. It was about winning at the end. They took the season serious. They wanted to win during the season. They wanted to win the playoffs, and they wanted to win the championship. Nobody cared. You talked about Wembanyama and 7'6" and having all these skills or whatever. Who cares? The Spurs suck. And they're losing. So how good are those skills doing when they're losing? They have a losing record. Who gives a damn? Bird and Magic and other great players from the past, they came in as rookies and they turned the franchise around. Bird came in as a rookie. His first year, they won 60 games. Magic as a rookie, Game 6 in the 80 finals, 42-15-7. David Robinson as a rookie, he came and turned the team around. The Spurs, they were a losing team. They made it to the second round of playoffs. Jordan, his first year of playoffs. They wanted to win. That's why we remember them 30, 40 years down the line. We're still talking about them because they set the bar high. They cared about the game. They wanted to win. When they lost, they cared about losing and going in the gym in the offseason and improving and coming back next season wanting to win. Okay? Well, Magic Johnson threw away the series in 1984 and they called him Tragic Johnson. You know what happened? After the series was over, he got in that locker room, he hurt, he cried, he went in the offseason, he practiced. He cared so much about, this is a great story. I'm talking about Magic in 84. It was a great story I heard. He cared so much about winning that in the offseason, he would play with his friend Isaiah Thomas and Mark Aguirre, and they started playing in the offseason, and he would literally fight his friend Isaiah and Mark Aguirre because his mind started thinking about that Game 7 that they lost in the Boston Garden because he cared about winning. It bothered him. So in the offseason, he improved his game, and they came back and won the title the next year. They wanted to win. When Bird lost in 85, they went in the offseason, got better, and he came back with a great team. They won the title in 86. Winning was all that mattered. Kobe, when you won your first title in 2008, KG? Well, that Game 6, Kobe and the Lakers, they were devastated. Kobe was crying and upset on the bus and stuff like that. But as soon as that game was over, his mind was thinking about how can I get better and come back and win. And immediately, him, Derek Fisher, and the other leaders of the team, they got together, they started working out. And when training camp started the next year, in that 2009 season, you know what their anthem was in that when that training camp started? It was 1, 2, 3, ring. It was about winning. Their mind was revenge. How can we get better to go win? Okay? That's the reason why we remember them. Michael Jordan, we seen The Last Dance in 1990 after Game 7, and they lost to the Pistons. He gave his heart and soul, and they came up short in the Game 7. He said he went to the locker room, and he was devastated. He was on the bus crying, upset, throwing stuff around. His dad said it's going to be all right. He said, no, it's not going to be all right. It's not. You're only given so many opportunities. Because why? Because he cared about winning. It wasn't about money and fame and commercials and all that type of stuff. He cared about winning. So him and his teammates, they They went, got in the gym, got better. And the next year they came back and won a title because they cared about winning. These guys nowadays, they don't care about winning. We got a clown like James Harden, blow a game 7 at home, throwing up bricks to the Golden State Warriors. Soon as the game over, he's smiling, laughing, hanging out with the baby and other rappers, and he out the strip club like nothing ever happened. And he do that every year when they lose because he don't care about winning. So that's the reason why people are still talking about these guys from the past, because they cared about winning. We had an all-star game where Mike Malone, the coach of the Denver Nuggets, he said this is the worst all-star game he's ever participated in because the guys don't care. The guys don't care. They want the accolade of being an all-star, but they don't care nothing about the game. They don't care nothing about promoting the game. They don't care nothing about playing. Just go out there and BS around and score 200 points. Well, while I can remember All-Star games in the 80s where they took the game serious. I remember the All-Star game in 1987 in Seattle, in the King Dome, where they played hard. Rolando Blackman hit the free throws. The game was tied. They go to overtime because it was a great game. They cared about winning. I remember the All-Star game in 01. Allen Iverson, Kobe, and Vince Carter, and they competed at the end. And it was a great game down to the wire because they cared about winning. They cared about the game. These guys now, they don't care. We got to have an in-season tournament where they got to dangle a carrot out, which is money, for these guys to play a little hard and take the regular season serious. Money. That's all they care about. Money, stats, hoes. That's it. Then when shit get tough, they want to go form a super team. And then when they form a super team and win, they want us to give them praise like the greats of the past. No, it don't happen like that. Sorry, LeBron James. You form a super teams to win, you're not going to get credit like Michael Jordan and other greats of the past that had to go through the grind, who won the right way. That's the reason why you're not in my top 10 and you'll never be in my top 10. You don't pass the eye test and you cheated the game. Same thing for KD. When you cheat the game, you're not going to get the accolades of greats in the past. So the reason why we're talking about them, because they had a high standard. And these guys now, the bar is too low. They need to step it up, start playing every night, play hard, and put winning first and everything else second. Then maybe people like myself and other fans won't be talking about players of the past. We could talk about them. We could talk about their games, their careers, and their legacies. Right now, their legacies ain't shit. Their legacy is money, hoes, stats. That's it. So step the game up, and we won't be talking about Jordan and Magic. And KG, you know better, bruh. You're a clown for saying that shit. You're a clown. And once again, it's the NBA community, the only sports community that got to trash the legends. The only one. No other sports do that. Only the NBA community. That's the reason why nobody watching y'all shit. Y'all ratings are in the fucking dumps. Y'all trash legends, and your current players now, they don't care nothing about the game. But then they want the accolades of the players of the past who took the game serious, who played every night, who played hard, and put winning first. Nah, bro, it don't work like that. And it don't work like that. So step your fucking game up, and then we'll give you the respect. We don't give a damn about your skills and how fancy you dribbling and all that type shit. We don't care nothing about your damn stats. Step your game up. Start winning. And everything else will fall in place. That's my time, man. My name is Kevin. Never forget, stay true. I'm out.